Alright, we're good. Hi, people. We're here with another Bleach reaction. I'm going to go a little bit quick with this because there is a certain panel for a certain series I enjoy a whole lot that's going to be happening soon. And I have low expectations for it, but should something happen, that'll be pretty interesting, right? So, just for the sake of, I just want to see in case anything does happen and everything like that, we're just going to get right into this, right? Let's just, pull this up. Everything is all ready. Volume should be good. If not, I can always turn it down. There's no problem there, most likely. Yeah, let's just go. 3, 2, 1, go. So I will say, it is a little bit loud. Okay, my volume is working. I wanted to make sure the volume's working because it's a little finicky with these headphones sometimes. Now that I can calm down my general speech. Oh hey, did he have a new haircut in the original? I don't remember. Yeah, I feel like I was a little bit, like, doing too much nitpicking last time. But that said, it's like, I don't know, I like Thousand Year Blood War a lot, right? Like, don't get me wrong, love this arc. But there are problems with certain things, and the one thing I mentioned last time, I'm just not a huge fan of. It feels kind of cheap to me. But still, overall, love this arc, so I'm excited to see what there is. I did actually find out about some differences, or mainly like the differences that I got reminded about, because like I said, it's like I don't fully remember everything that happened in the manga, which is kind of nice, right? It's like I'm going into it blind, but I do know about some things. It's weird, I'm usually good with remembering that. Yeah, no, she gets like fucked over so quick, man. It's kind of sad. My camera flicked for a moment. I was kind of scared about that. I should just double check because I can do something here. Okay. That was an interesting way to say Bankai. I was like very quickly, Bankai. It's nice. So I do actually know about something that got shown in this episode that wasn't in the original. So I am excited to see that. I forgot to actually... I have like a second table here and I forgot to even move my glass here. Yeah, here it is. Are we gonna change it up a little bit? Or is it gonna be the exact same? But yeah, I am excited to see that new thing in here. I kind of wish I didn't know it was going to be here, but to be fair, given the trailer and everything in general, like moments, I had a feeling it was going to be around here, right? So, it's not necessarily the worst. That said, a majority of the trailer lines and moments are like all happen this early. So from here on out, if anything new gets added, we don't really know, right? That's the cool part. There was, of course, like, occasional things that people saw that was like, oh, wait, that's a huge deal, right? But, like, for the most part, this is going to be fresh, and that's what's really nice. I think I mentioned it before, but I can't wait for the next 2 cores, because I think those are going to be the big ones in terms of just not only like moments that are going to be adapted, but also what they might do, right? What Kubo might, have changed and all that sort of shit. So that's going to be real nice. That's overall what I'm excited for the most. But this is definitely great, especially because I know something in this core, right? I know that there's something guaranteed for a fact that's going to be in this core that I'm very excited to see animated. I do like that the preview type of stuff isn't as bad now compared to like original Bleach, because original Bleach was really bad with how they showed the previews of what's going to happen in the episode. This was like a few seconds of like, this right here. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I do like the camera over here more, so I actually put it back there instead of in front of me. I feel like it's a bit too dark in front of me and a bit too close, so it's like it's better if it's here. Mm. Mm-mm. I do love this moment where they get to be silly with each other. I forgot to turn my phone on silent because that's the alert about the stream thing that I mentioned. Put that there. Now, okay, yeah, this is where they're doing all the checking where everybody is. I don't know that I remember that in the original. That is a fucking creature, alright. It probably was there, and I just don't remember. There it is. Uh, like, okay, it makes sense to a degree, but it's a matter of how it's handled. Yeah. It makes sense because it's hollows, right? And De Quincey's hollows, wrong cards, all that sort of shit is kind of a weakness. But it's like it's so simple on how it's given that's the problem for me. It's not. I might have confused what I was saying on the previous episode, but it's more so like it makes sense on method. It's a matter of execution that makes it kind of like this feels silly. Yeah. I always saw it as, and maybe I'm wrong for fix this, but like I always saw it as like the whole, not only like soldiers for the Iran cars and all this, but the idea of like killing some of them and everything was just like, well, we're getting rid of problems, right? It's like these things are problems to us, so it's kind of like the food chain type of thing almost, which I guess isn't necessarily correct because like Quincy's do fight back against hollows and stuff like that as well, or at least originally, but it's that type of thing. It feels like almost where it's like that, and overall, what am I trying to say here? I'm like reading it and then also trying to speak it. It's like confusing me. Yeah. Um. But yeah, like it's overall a almost thing of like a food chain, which is kind of weird. It's like a kind of mishmashed food chain in there, and that's why I always thought it was interesting because it's like one side getting rid of another could also be viewed from the like standpoint of kill or be killed. There's also the balance, of course, right? Because the whole goal and everything, all that sort of stuff. But like in a way, it could work like that. I just find that interesting, and some parts of that could be wrong, and probably are. But like, it's an interesting concept to delve in on. I feel. Yeah, no antibody against hollows, which makes them a lot more susceptible to shit. Which we learn about with Masaki. Mm-hmm. That's why there was a whole separate route because there was Ishin involved and everything, and that created, the hollow within Ichigo, which makes a very interesting type of thing. Oh, this is a really cool one. Also, I really like Shinji, like mentioning the fact that they already know who Urahara is. I was gonna say something related. Oh yeah, uh, I think I actually already did with the original episode of how I wish Urahara and Hiyori spoke to each other again because we don't really see that, or rather, like specifically, after what happened, it's like I feel like they should speak to each other since she was his lieutenant at one point and everything. It's like I don't know. That's a big deal. I feel. There it is. It's always so fucking funny to me. Like, it's really good that like the stealth squad, Captain Bankai, for this squad that's supposed to be like, oh, kill very quickly, without noticing all this sort of shit. It's just like, yeah, here's a rocket. God, that looks good. That looks really damn good. They animated that super well. But it's always funny to me. It's just a rocket. Like the least stealthy thing possible. This shit doesn't matter anymore. Dude, he's like trying to ragdoll him and it's doing nothing. I guess the implication is like by this point. There it is. No, this is it. This is it, yeah. There it is. God, that's awesome. I forgot about that part to it. So yeah, I guess that does make sense from that angle. I never realized that. I never realized that was why his face became like that. I guess I missed that line. You fucking call me a Dragon Ball fan. I mean, it's there, but like, damn, could not read. Oh wait, no, I remember. Yeah, there was something I forgot about then. Now I do remember on what happens. Yeah, I have a feeling I know who that is. Sick. The fucking Okiura illustration. Awesome. Yeah, so now they're taken care of. I don't remember seeing that much of Yuhabaha before. When did Like, I know this is the moment, but when? When did you? I feel like that would be especially bad if it was you. I don't even know the full explanation of it, but here it is. Okay, I'm gonna shut up and watch because I don't know. So this is a novel thing. This was never in the original. This is from the novel. Yep, that's about what I was expecting. Yeah. So I wasn't even fully sure on it. I just knew they attacked each other. Yeah, like it's so broken that he can't use it whenever he wants because that would create a problem for everybody. If he was like, it's gonna sound weird, but if he was Aizen, that would be a massive problem. So they get kind of screwed over, I remember. I really hope they don't get that screwed over here. Or at least they get more later. I'm really hoping. Especially, what is it, like Shuhei? It's something like that. Yeah, here he comes. This guy's awesome, but at the same time, it's like, oh, actually, it might be in a little bit. I don't know. This guy is really fucking great. He's very entertaining to like just see. So it's really nice to see him animated. Superstar. Oh my god, he's awesome. He's awesome animated and voice acted and all this shit. Oh my god. What? He's reminding me a lot of Queen from One Piece, which isn't necessarily great because I don't know. I feel Queen later on becomes a little bit of a little bit of a bore uh, in the later half of Wano. But then again, I'm personally not huge with the later half of Wano, so there's that. But yeah, that's an entirely different topic for an entirely different show. Mm. And instead, the person who's going to come out. No, not yet. Actually, I just remembered somebody else, I think, has to fight her first. Never mind! She's just here. Dude, was he this big? I mean, I guess he was always kind of big, but like he looked okay. I think it was the camera angle that was like that made him look massive. So I remember, there he is. I was gonna say I remember Shinji was also supposed to be here, but I felt like he was supposed to be here earlier. But I guess not. I, they might have actually been here together. There's music for him. There's some snazzy shit. Oh, was that? Did that, I don't know, right? Like I said, it's like I forget something. Oh, I forget something. So honestly, it's like being blind for this, and I kind of like not knowing, right, on what was in the original and what wasn't. Mm. Kind of shocked to see them blue. It's a neat color, and I do like it. It's just like normally I always thought they would be red, partially because of Brave Souls, but yeah. Mm. Mm. I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember it going that well in the original. I feel like that fight ended a whole lot quicker, and I could be wrong. But yeah, it is cool to see Yuhabaha scenes because he did not talk that much in the original, or at least in not that much, but like in this section, right, in this core. Right. Yeah. That was the. This is what I mean. It's like execution was the only problem there. Method and what happens after wasn't because they get this. It's like the only reason I have a problem with the execution is it makes it feel kind of redundant that it happened in the first place. But everything else about it is cool because now they get this big transformation and everything, and that's it, I believe. Yeah. Um, it is getting close on time, but I mean, I can just discuss stuff. It's no problem. It's like a few minutes. That's whatever. That was good. That was a really good episode. I do like the new stuff in there. That was great. This is like, I feel like it was only the previous episode where it's like it felt super damn quick, and it did have the thing that I mentioned. But like overall, this episode was really damn nice, animation wise. All the new stuff, everything. I I'm really trying to remember because yeah. So the I don't remember his name, even though I do really enjoy him. Um, but the wrestler, like Stern River, something about him is he didn't actually steal a Bankai, and as a result, it's not like that fight would necessarily change with that. I mean, it could still be activated, of course, but it didn't necessarily change with that. So the interesting thing I'm trying to remember is did that fight end as soon as he dropped down on them? Because I think it did. It might have gone a little bit farther, but I feel like I remember him dropping down and that fight ended. It wasn't even a fight, really. But if there's something that's going to be there and everything like that's really cool in my opinion. That'll be real great. After credit scene, back to Ichigo. Okay, okay, this is good. More new shit, more new shit. What is this? So where is he going? I think that was another novel thing in there because people were talking about the character, I believe. I do need to get to the novels. I really want to get to them. It's just I'm going through a bunch of series, everything like that, you know. Eventually, I will actually read them, go through them, learn what's going on. Stuff might make way more sense. The fuck was that? Huh. Yeah, and that's about what I expected for the next episode, yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So that's what I was expecting to happen for the next one. Well, that's good because that's exciting. That's a really cool moment, and I assume it's going to be animated beautifully because that is a big moment. All right. Well, with that said, I'm going to get out of here. I know this was quick, but I'm going to get out of here because, like I said, all that sort of stuff. Uh, so yeah, overall, great episode. It was nice. Take care. Have yourselves a great night, and we'll see you all, I guess, on next Saturday, whatever it may be. So, farewell, peeps.